You're a futurologist and digital philosopher.
Yes.
and working with Unleash.org and the NTT Innovation Institute in Silicon Valley, among others. As a futurologist, what would you say are the biggest challenges in logistics in the next 5 to 10 years or so?
I think one of the biggest challenges is the shift from ownership to accessorship. People own less and less product, but they want to access more and more experiences. And by definition, that moves us to a digital mindset. People don't buy videos anymore, they stream Netflix, not just one chapter, but for the entire series. And that will happen with more and more, commodities as we define them today. So how do we cater the traditional moving goods from one place to another companies to companies that needs to handle protocols?
You're telling stories about what could happen and thereby contribute to develop concepts about what should happen.
Yeah.
Is the message then prepare yourself?
Well, the message is be aware. I think prepare yourself is more, how do we prepare my current business to handle the changes? If I'm aware, maybe my current business is not really scalable, so there is nothing to prepare, maybe I need to have a completely different core business. So I think it's a combination of...
More be aware.
Be very, very much aware. Don't sit and think things will come to you. Don't be reactive, be proactive. Go and define the next steps.
About understanding the business, instead of thinking outside the box, you've said we have to rethink the box before we step out of it. What do you mean by that?
Well, for me it's a very interesting... everyone is saying for the past few years, let's think outside of the box. And then I'm stepping back and saying, everyone's sitting outside of their boxes. It's so crowded outside of the box. Let's go back in the box and rethink what is a business. Let's start with that. We're focusing on technology. Hey, let's do technology for the sake of technology, and we forget but technology needs to be monetized. It's like everyone's saying data is the new oil. No, only when you monetize knowledge, it's the new oil. So let's go back to the basic and redefine business, define interaction model, define transactions and values.
You also call yourself a professional troublemaker.
Yes.
And a provocateur. At your seminar here at the Logistics and Transportation at Swedish Exhibition Center, you gave an outside view of what things to come. And you said also that it might scare the crap out of people. Did it?
I'm so happy I didn't have any time for questions this time. But look, things that scares us at the end of the day motivate us. And I think if we're just sitting and let companies like Google, Facebook, Apple, Microsoft take full control on our humanity without our involvement is a very dangerous path to walk. So by being scared, I really hope people will be much more aware and much more involved in the changes that are going to happen.
So in essence, you don't have to be scared of being scared.
Don't scared of being scared. Don't be afraid of the change. Adopt the change. Use your fear. Harness the energy of the fear to apply the change, basically.